after he had sacked Ilium and taken his share of the spoils that Zeus does not give all men their heart's desire. The same soil shall be reddened here at Troy by the blood of us both, for I too shall never be welcomed home by the old knight Peleus, nor by my mother Thetis, and even in this place shall the earth cover me. Nevertheless, O Patroclus, now that I am left behind you, I will not bury you till I have brought hither the head and armor of mighty Hector, who has slain you 12 noble sons of Trojans. Will I behead before you rise to avenge you, till I have done so shall lie as you are by the ships and fair women of Troy and Dardanus, whom we have taken with spear and strength of arm when we sacked men's goodly cities, shall weep over you both night and day. Then Achilles told his men to set a large tripod upon the fire, that they might watch the plotted gore from awful Patroclus. Thereon they set a tripod full of bath water out of the clear fire. They threw sticks on it to make it blaze, and the water became hot as the flame played about the belly of the tripod. When the water in the cauldron was boiling, they washed the body, anointed it with oil, and closed its wounds of ointment that had been kept 9 years. Then they laid it on a bier, and covered it with linen cloth from head to foot, and over this they laid a fair white robe. Thus all night long did the myrmidons gather round Achilles to mourn Patroclus. Then Zeus said to Hera, his sister wife, "So Queen Hera, you have gained your end, and have roused the fleet, Achilles. One would think that the Ethiopians were of your own flesh and blood." And Hera answered, "Dread son of Cronus, why should you say this thing? May not a man, though he be only mortal and knows less than we do what he can for another person? And shall not I, foremost of all, goddess, both by descent and as wife, to you who reign in heaven, devise evil for the Trojans if I am angry with them?" Thus did they converse. Meanwhile, Thetis came to the house of Hephaestus, the perishable, star-bedangled, fairest of the abodes in heaven, a house of bronze wrought by the land god's own hands. She found him busy with his fellows, sweating at hard at work, for he was making 20 tripods that were to stand by the wall of his house, and he set wheels of gold under them, all that they might go of their own selves to the assemblies of the gods, and come back again. Marvels indeed to see, they were finished all but the ears of cunning workmanship, which yet remained to be fixed to them. These he was now fixing, and he was hammering at the rivets. While he was thus at work, silver-footed Thetis came to the house. Charis, of graceful Hydrus, wife to fair-famed Lame God, came towards her as soon as she saw her, and took her hand in her own, saying, "Why have you come to our house, Thetis, honored and ever welcome, for you do not visit us often? Come inside and let us set refreshment before you." The goddess led the way as she spoke, and bade Thetis sit on a richly decorated seat inlaid with silver. There was a crystal also under her feet. Then she called Hephaestus and said, "Hephaestus, come here, Thetis wants you." And the far-famed land god answered, "Then it is indeed an august and honored goddess who has come here. She was that took care of me when I was suffering from the heavy fall which I had through my cruel mother's anger, for she would have got rid of me because I was lame. It would have gone hardly with me, not Eurynome, daughter of the ever-encircling waters of Oceanus, and Thetis, taking me to their bosom. 9 years did I stay with them, and many beautiful works in bronze, riches, spiral, amulets, cups, and chains did I make for them in their cave, with the roaring waters of Oceanus foaming as they rushed ever past it, and no one knew, neither of gods nor men, save only Thetis and Eurynome, who took care of me. If then Thetis has come to my house, I must make her due requital for having saved me. Entertain her, therefore, with all hospitality, while I put my bellows and my tools away." On this, the mighty monster hobbled off from his anvil, his fat, thin legs flying lustily under him. He sat to the bellows, away from the fire, and gathered his tools into a silver chest. Then he took a sponge and washed his face and hands, his shaggy chest and roundy neck. He donned his shirt, grasped a strong staff, and limped towards the door. There were golden handmaids also, who worked for him, and were like real young women, with sense and reason, voice also, and strength, and all the learning of the immortals. These busied themselves as the king bade them, while he drew near to Thetis, seated upon her goodly seat, and took her hand in his own, saying, "Why have you come to our house, Thetis, honored and ever welcome, for you do not visit us often? Say what you want, and I will do it for you at once if I can, and if it can be done at all." Thetis wept and answered Hephaestus, "Is there another goddess in Olympus, who the son of Cronus has been pleased to try of so much affliction as he has me? Me alone of the marine goddesses did he make subject to a mortal husband, Pelos, son of Icus, and sorely against my will did I submit to the embraces of one who was but mortal, and who now stays at home worn out of age. Neither is this all heaven vouchsafed me a son, hero among heroes, and he shot up as a sapling. I tended him as a plant in a goodly garden, and sent him with the ships to Ilium to fight with the Trojans, but never shall I welcome him back to the house of Peleus. So long as he lives, shall look upon the light of the sun. He is in heaviness, and though I go to him, I cannot help him. King Agamemnon has made him give up the maiden whom the sons of the Athenians have had awarded him, and he wastes with sorrow for her sake." Then the Trojans hemmed the Athenians in their ships and sterns, and would not let them come forth. The elders therefore of Argives besought Achilles, and offered him great treasure, whereon he refused to bring deliverance to them himself, but put his own armor on Patroclus, and sent him into a fight with much people after him. All day long they fought by the Scaean gates, and would have taken the city there and then, had not Apollo vouchsafed glory to Hector, and slain the valiant son of Meniochus, after he had done the Trojans much evil. Therefore I am suppliant at your knees, if haply you may be pleased to provide my son, whose end is near at hand, with helmet and shield, of goodly greaves, fitted ankle clasp, and breastplate, for he lost his own when his true comrade fell at the hands of the Trojans, and now lies stretched on earth in bitterness of his soul. And Hephaestus answered, "Take heart and be no more disquieted about this matter. Would that I could hide him from death's sight when his hour is come, so surely as I can find him armor that shall amaze in the eyes of all who behold it." When he had so said, he left her and went into his bellows, turning them towards the fire, and bidding them do their office. 20 bellows blew upon the melting pots, and they blew blasts of every kind, some fierce that helped him when he need of them, and others less strong as Hephaestus willed it. In the course of his work he threw some copper into the fire, and tin with silver and gold. They set his great anvils on his block, and with one hand grasped his mighty hammer, while he took the tongs in the other. First he shaped the shield so great and strong, adorning it all over, and binding it round with gleaming circuit and 3 layers, and the baldric